What is up, guys? Wraith here, Graybearded Gaming. We are back at it. And this time, so we're still in Lake of Ill Omen. Of course, you remember last time we camped out in the corner. We got lots of spiffy buffs from the large shaman who was there as we were wrapping up our corpse run. But we've made our way back against the wall relatively safely. I mean, there's just all kind of stuff kind of roaming all around here. But we've made our way to the windmill, which was always a good spot that I remember back in the day. There were several cool things about this area between quite a bit of mob options. There are a lot of stuff that roam, so we definitely want to kind of grab them and pull them back out of the way. But there's also the chance for some named in here, which I think we can handle. I know that there's the Sarnak guys over there, and one of the Sarnaks can actually drop kind of a cool spiffy ring. But one of the things we're actually checking, because I don't remember, is if the guys in this thing want to murder us or not. And it doesn't look that way, so I think we're cool. I think we're in good shape. Not that we want to hang out in here, so to speak, because they won't protect us. But they will buy from us and sell from us, so at least we have a place to sell stuff if we need to, which should be decently handy. Alright, but basically my kind of plan is I think that we can be able to pull things and kind of come back in this corner back here, because I mean there's the bard up there chilling on the wall. But I think we should be able to come back in this area and be somewhat safe and be able to root rot things. So we're going to start right out of the gate with our little kitty volunteer right here, and we're just going to root right in place, stack the dots, and then get back out the way. And I've changed up the bar a little bit. I plan to experiment some. We lost root already, so let's get that going on here. Get a slam action. Do some more of these, and off we go. So like I said, I changed up the spell bar a little bit. Rather than pile driving all of the dots, including like our lower level dot, trying to be a little bit more prepared, trying to have a little more things on the bar. So we actually have our nuke on there, Frost Strike. We also have our slow. Because what I plan to do, and we'll see what happens. I mean, root riding is root riding, and it works pretty good for us, generally speaking. But I'm actually curious in some instances, can we go toe to toe with some of these things with our current set of gear if we just slow them way down? And we'll have to see. I mean, obviously, if we have to go, full on every single debuff to be able to get them to sit still, then root riding will definitely, I think, be the better way to go. But we're on the second round of dots. He's about half-life, which is a good spot for us to be. Let's do some melee action and see how we go here. This is just without a slow at all. I mean, he hit us for about 41 that time. So, I mean, it's not horrible. Granted, we do have some buffs on, so that could possibly change things. But as it's sitting right now, we'll be able to hold our own against that if we're careful. And again, this is unslowed, so I think, you know what? Kablow! Because I can. So, like, worst efficiency ever on a shaman is to nuke thing. There's a walking away instead of stabbing it. But I think this, as far as like a solo-ish spot, I remember this being a pretty good spot. Like I said, I remember I got ridiculously lucky here close to 20 years ago now, I think, because I was actually in this area with one of my original EverQuest toons, and I got the Goblin Gazuki Ring. It's got a really weird name, but it's, instant right-clicking, invis versus animals, I believe what it was. But it was super duper handy for bards. Bards could use it when charm kiting, and enchanters could use it when they were charm killing things, because you could click it in any form of invis, would break a charm. So it was actually I remember it was worth a small fortune at the time, and I actually managed to parlay mine into, at the time, I was running around on my mage. So I was able to actually parlay mine into several pieces of pretty nice mage gear because my mage just really didn't have a use for it, so I pawned it off. I think that was actually might have been where my first pair of gold Nefertiti boots actually came from. The price had dropped a little bit with Kunark coming out, and they're still obviously nice items, but the price had gone down a little bit as the gear had increased, so I got myself a pretty nice set of boots, relatively almost for free basically, because I just killed the right little Sarnak and got my stuff. So of course, unfortunately, some of our cool buffs are wearing off, but we are prepared with our own. So, our regen is not quite as cool as the chloroplast that we had, but I think it will still get the job done just fine. I said I think this will be, a pretty good and safe spot for us to set. I mean, obviously, we will keep tabs on. I haven't seen anything walk this far back as of yet. I know that the little cul-de-sac right over here, if you will. Try not to make sure I don't lose too much med time, but like this stuff right here, I don't think anything wanders there. Things do wander from this side, but I don't think they come this far back, and most things kind of stop right around that crest, I think. Around this corner over here, of course, there's lots of stuff, but I think it'll be safe to go forward, pull them back here, do some battling. Again, if we get some drops, because there's all kinds of things up there. We have the skeletons, you got the little Grimalkin kitties, you've got Sarnax, there's just all kind of things, even some goblins. The goblins are the ones I'm actually a hair worried about, simply because we've had some pretty bad luck with some of these goblins lately, and I know that some of them have just all kinds of buffs, because a lot of them are shaman themselves. We go into shaman battles, and they're a cooler shaman than me, which is just not cool. But this guy is just a nice dark blue skeleton. So we will, wow, and we will do our thing. Like I said, I think it should be, like I said, a pretty good hunting ground, because we should have pretty good options, people close by to sell stuff that don't want to hate our guts. Well, they might not like us, but at least they'll probably do business with us. We get this guy planted. I need to stop doing that. I don't need to target myself to cannibalize. Just hit the button. Got regen rolling. We got some candy rolling. So I do remember also with Kunark, of course, is the better version of Cannibalize came up, but I'm pretty sure that's not until like the 40s. I haven't looked up the spells in a while. So I'm pretty sure, but I am pretty sure that one's still a while out. But I think that we are going to do some solo killing right here and see what we can do to, before we just get anything, just get our feet back underneath us in Kunark, right? We've had a bad time of it the last couple spots, no doubt about that. I think this is a spot where hopefully we can turn it back around and maybe at least get our stinking experience back that we sacrificed. We're going to try, since we're right here anyway. We got the slow on him. Let's just go toe-to-toe with him. We got the buffs. He's got the slow. I think we'll be just fine. Plus, we just put the dots back on him. So I think we'll be in good shape here. But, like I said, what we're going to do is try to get some solo pulling root and rot in action right here, and see if we can get back some of this experience that we keep leaving on the table. Once we get a little more, I wouldn't say confident in the area, we definitely want to see about throwing up the looking for group. There are a couple of spots around here. Of course, one recommended to us in the chat was we have the the Sarnak fort on the other side. One deaded skeleton. All right. Like I said, but I think for now we're going to probably go the solo route, I think, for a little bit. Again, just to get our feet back underneath us, dip in a little bit slowly, right, as we get back into playing. Like I said, we did take a pretty long break and then had kind of a disastrous return, if you will. But let's right this ship, get back in action. I've been talking for a long time. Stick around, guys. Let's do some pulling. Let's do some killing. Let's get some of this experience back. What is up, guys? So, 2021 has just not been off to an awesome bang. So, we sat down, we talked last time. I was way earlier in the week, and I was sitting here and I was grinding away, and I actually got run off. I got almost, not quite a full bubble, but I was doing pretty good. And then some guy started pulling over the top of me for some reason. I don't know whether he was like, "Oh, this guy will heal me" or whatever. Like, and no, I'm not gonna. And it's not like I'm trying to be a jerk. Like, if you want to group, like maybe we could have grouped up and we could have done stuff. But instead, he just like, no matter where I go, and moved around. Because I was all up and down this wall. Like, I went down there and I went over here. Like, just here, you need room, I'll give you plenty of room. There's plenty of mops for both of us, brother. You do your thing, I'll do mine. Well, I got tired of it. About the third or fourth time, no matter where I went, he'd pulled right next to me. I just kept wanting me to throw heels on him, even though he was like some kind of mega twinked, you know, little warrior guy. I was like, nope, I'm done, and I camped. Well, we had a power surge the next day while I was at work, and somehow that we've yet to honestly be able to figure out, in all of that disaster, it found out that my battery backup, the battery portion is hosed, so it doesn't support anything anymore. So it dropped as soon as everything else dropped. Like, while we're talking, let's go ahead and get some pulling. Let's pull some bad guys. The short and skinny, guys, is I have actually been without a computer. Well, let me rephrase that. I have been without an internet connection on this computer now for days. This is the longest I have gone. And it's woe is me, I know, but like this is the longest I have gone without being on a vacation somewhere else where I have not been able to play EverQuest of some kind. Because again, I play 99, I play on the live servers and things like that. But yeah, it was awful. It was completely awful. I wasn't able to play here. I wasn't able to finish my farming. Like I said, it is literally my time. It is Saturday night, and I'm trying to get just something in so I can make sure I don't miss my normal release time and everything, because I try to get my videos out on Sundays. Again, my time, and that's Eastern time. But yeah, it's been a bad week, guys, and I know that there's been a ton of other stuff going on. So I do apologize. The year has just been off to a bit of a wreck overall. It's you know 3 days in a row without being able to do anything. And what was really odd, like I said, is I actually the computer itself was still functioning, but I could not get internet access. Like, I would take the cable out of this computer, put it on, like, I have two other systems. I have one system sitting behind me right now called the Jedi Box. It's running like some Star Wars Galaxies. I broke out my other laptop and it was playing around with some Linux. It's got like a Debian 8 install on it right now. Everything else was getting internet from the same cable just fine. This one was not. It just would not pull anything down. Like, I could do, you know, like your IP config and everything, and I could see that I still had like IP addresses and everything like that, but I could not tell you what was going on. I could not get to a website. I couldn't join like a voice chat on Discord. If I tried to load a game that required internet, it just spun forever. It's very, very frustrating. I'll just put it that way. I wrote this long story to some of my buddies in chat. I'll actually read that to you as kind of my parting kind of ways for the day. Again, I apologize, guys. It's been off to a fight back here, but I will leave you with this. Like I said, I thought this was pretty funny. I sent this out to my friends, and then, like I said, I'll call it after that. But here we go. Day 2 without EverQuest. I tried to make EQ work on Linux. Came to the conclusion to screw everything about Linux. Tried to install it on a tablet once. No dice. Seemed logical at the time. Cold sweats have begun to set in. Winter is coming. Cold is the hour in which our discontent is at its peak. I have left multiple small brown parcels while camping the front door for the FedEx man. Not much material to forage. I may have to leave camp in search of supplies. My wife has locked the door. I may need to get a rogue to get the door back open to get to the boss's room as well. This dungeon may be above my level. Reality might be slipping. I can't find my camp button anymore. I aggroed something small. Loading. Please wait. That was a story that I sent my friends. Of course, the thing with that is I was actually convinced for a while that it was just my network adapter. So we had ordered a new network adapter because nobody has one in sight anymore. They drove all the way across town to Best Buy. Like, oh, you can order it online. Ah, great. Let me just go do this from Amazon. But unfortunately, that actually didn't fix the problem. I had to do a total reload of my system to figure whatever it was. Running network diagnostics, nothing managed to help. So I just did a fresh load of everything. But and yes, aggravating the little one was aggravating my child. And at one point, yes, my wife was just going to lock me out if I'd have jumped on the FedEx guy one more time, hoping that he had my network card. But yeah, again, guys, I apologize. I will definitely make more time this coming week so I can sit down and get some grinding, get some more experience back under our belt to try to get some grouping in to keep things rolling. But until then, if you guys do like what we're doing, as sloppy as it's been for the start of the year, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe down below. We do love to hear from you guys. It's great and it totally makes my day. And as always, guys, stay safe, stay distant. Hey, stay in EverQuest, man. I've been fighting to get back in here for days. And I'm so happy to be back. But we will catch you guys next time. Good night, guys.